Ofori-Atta and Keli Gadzekpo, Chairman and Chief Executive of Databank, Ghana's leading asset management firm. Just 2 years after you stepped back as chairman, or executive chairman, that is, Ken, Keli, you're leaving already. What's going on? For the first time since 1990, when Databank was founded, it will not be led by one of you.
Kweku, that's true. I'll be leaving at the end of May to assume a new role at the Enterprise Group Limited, which is, you may be aware, is a fledgling financial services firm. It's also a listed company, and it's really moving and growing in different directions. So it's a new set of challenges for me, and I'm looking forward to that. It's exciting also. But we're not going to be very far from Databank, certainly not. I will continue to serve on the boards. I will serve on the main boards of Databank and also on the mutual fund boards. And I believe Ken will also remain as chair. So we will not be too far behind, and we will give Kojo, who's coming in, all our support.
As Keli mentioned, Kojo Addae-Mensah will be joining us. Kojo is currently the Chief Operating Officer at the Ghana Commercial Bank. And for us, it's a generational, turnover. Kojo is young, at 43, has had great experience at Standard Chartered Bank, Barclays Bank, and now Ghana Commercial Bank. But I think the intriguing part of it is that he started his career at Databank in 1998 through 2000. So he's embedded with the values that we believe are important to our firm. Keli and I and the board have, as an issue of governance, always spoken about who takes over, how do you make a transition which ensures that the type of work we do in a very competitive field will be sustained. So we are excited about being able to do this in an organized and structured manner and find somebody of such quality to take over from us.
So what will become of Databank now that both of you are leaving or have left your executive positions?
Databank remains strong. Our flagship fund, EPAC, has performed very well. The last 5 years, over 23% per annum, compounded. And just last year in 2013, EPAC returned about 83%, completely outstripping the market benchmark. So Databank remains strong. We like to think of this as a well-planned strategy to introduce new leadership that will position the firm for the more competitive nature of the market. Since stepping down, Ken has been growing the private equity business, and he's also been looking after some other business that we have jointly.
It is a significant issue that the founders will not be here for the first time. But in looking at the depth of human capital we have, we are very confident about the future. We've also, as Keli mentioned, begun to grow our private equity business, and we have a $36 million fund which I have been promoting, and in the past 2 years we've been able to invest in a number of agriculture projects in Zambia, Cameroon, Nigeria, Madagascar, and Zimbabwe. So currently Databank has a satellite office in Cameroon and a permanent office also in South Africa. So we are seeing the future as really well established, and our expectation that Kojo and Co will now take it to levels that we have not even been able to achieve. You should realize that we started this company when we were 20, 30 years old, some 25 years ago. The market has changed, the market is progressive, and I think you need new legs to keep this thing going. And we'll be there, as Keli said, on our advisory capacity.
Keli, you know, it's not very usual in Ghana for business people to walk away from a firm they've founded and nurtured and grown. How difficult is this?
Well, that's true, Kweku, but you know, Ken and I have always known that we would make an early exit, because we both have other interests that we'd like to pursue, and so for us this is actually not strange at all. Indeed, you heard Ken talk about the depth of the bench. So for us, the issue maybe is one of a mark of good governance, because we've been very transparent, both at the board level and also management level, about our intentions to leave fairly early. And so the discussions have been at that level for quite some time. It was only a matter of the timing of it. And what we did was simply to recruit an executive search company. Did a really rigorous job. And indeed, we saw quite a few names, few prospects. And in Kojo, we find excellent Ghanaian talent, very well experienced in the financial industry. And you know, he started his career with us straight out of school. In 1998, he was a part of the Databank family. So he went around, and we have him back now. So we're comfortable, and we think this is the time.
Ken, your critics might say you've lost a few people along the way, you've turned in less than stellar results lately. Might this be just a way to figure out how to get your mojo back?
That's very interesting, getting one's mojo back. And one should look to do that anyway, whether you have stellar results or not. But truly, as Keli mentioned, the past 5 years has been a 23% compounded growth in the return of our funds. Last year was almost an 84% return. We still have controlling interest of about 60% of the mutual fund market, and about all total funds under management in the country, we range between 15 and 20%. So that's not something to worry about. I think corporate leaders write stories and then give direction for others to follow. I think we are doing that. But I think more significantly is the fact that for 25 years, one should really be able to examine oneself and understand that new leadership will be required. So in Kojo, we have found someone who was here before, who has our leap high values of leadership, excellence, humility, and integrity, and that creates an exciting bridge into the future. So we just thank God for the spirit of courage and power to lead us into the next generation.